Hi everybody. I hope this is filming. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you can see and hear me. I think this is working. Haven't gotten, there we go. Now I'm getting my text replies from people. Thank you so much. It's always helpful. Um, Yay, getting more hellos. Hi everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Zen. She says hi. I would do the animal cam and show you all my pets, but I did that like I think a month ago, and then my webcam, like cable fritzed out for like 5 minutes, so it's not worth the risk. But hi everybody, hello, 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 hello. So cool, people are watching from all sorts of countries, all over the world, yay. So if you don't know, my name is Janet Wright. I am an energy healer, reader, and teacher, and everyone is welcome to watch this healing live stream. During this live stream, I will be doing energy healing on 100 people who in 10 different countries who have prepaid on my website before it sold out. But it's a walkthrough as well for anybody who wants it. Like some people that I'm actually healing, that I'm going to be healing, also like doing the healing to themselves at the same time, kind of for like a double effect. Some people just like enjoying the healing and relaxing when they're getting it, or just doing whatever they're going to do in their life right now, hang out with their family or whatever. But anyway, it is a good walkthrough if you want. That's sort of the secondary purpose. Obviously, my focus is to do the best job on this healing that I can for these 100 people. But also, I do definitely care that a lot of people enjoy these as walkthroughs, even later as a saved video. Oh yeah, please give it a thumbs up if you want. If you think you're gonna like it, I don't want to assume. But giving it a thumbs up does help now and also later as a video. If you didn't do it, when it was live, please consider giving it a thumbs up because it helps people to find out about this stuff, and then they can improve their lives, and it's a good thing, I think. So hello, hello, hello. Okay, so the theme of today is April 5th, 2020. And the theme of today's healing, we're in the middle of a triplet group energy healing set, which is a set of 3 healings that these days I do towards the beginning of each month. It starts on the first Friday of each month. And then the 3 healings are Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday. So this is the Sunday healing. But you can do these videos out of order. You can just do one of them, that's fine. But the theme is lighten your journey, brighten your path. That always makes me smile when I think about that. Yay, let's do that. And maybe because energy work is so ironic, the techniques that we're using to make that happen, they're very substantial techniques. Like some of them are new also, but they're pretty substantial, potent kind of techniques to clear out overwhelming energy, help make you safe, help you not get shut down. So it's funny, like I could have probably said the theme was don't get shut down, or something. But, sometimes it's like this contrast. Like in order to feel lighter and brighter, you have to address the tough stuff that maybe you've been avoiding, or maybe you just didn't know how to address it. And so by addressing that tough stuff in simple, easy ways during this healing, we're going to help you to feel lighter and brighter. A lot of people try to feel lighter and brighter just by doing sort of you know, like push away the bad thoughts kind of thinking, which is really just repression essentially, which doesn't make any of the blocked trauma energy actually go away. It just pushes it out of your consciousness temporarily. So what we're going to be doing is clearing the stuck blocked energy from that's within you from different things you've been through, and also help you with energy safety, which implies like good boundaries, because there's a lot of invasive energies in the world, either some invasive beings or some invasive people, or of course both. And so that if your energy is not repaired properly, you don't have strong enough boundaries with that. And so we're gonna be doing that kind of work to help you be strong so you don't get shut down. And if you didn't see the Friday video, comparing that one to this one, I mean, I'm sure they're both going to be good, but with that one, I did take a half hour in the start to lay out like a personal example about getting shut down and how this kind of work helps with that, and lay out all the techniques that we're going to use in this triplet set, basically. So if you wanted to just even watch the first half hour of the Friday video, that way you would get that sort of the cute little examples and the in-depth overview. But essentially we're going to be doing mostly the same techniques that we did on Friday, because they're strong and you can only do so much at one time. So we need to do them again and again in order to keep benefiting from them. We may do the Wei Qi aura repair and Wei Qi aura rings repair, but we may not need to. So we'll see what the angels do with that. I kind of, listening to the angels as I work. So, because we're doing some big energy boundary stuff with the new technique. One of the new techniques from Friday is good karma windows. Good karma windows are in the back of your aura, like behind the back of your neck and the base of your skull, straight back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are these little cool triple frame windows, and each the color of that layer of the aura. And on Friday we repaired them and unblocked them and got stuff out of them, like beings and hard objects and stuff. And so we're going to do that again today. It was funny, when I was looking at surveys, and thank you very much if you did fill out a survey, particularly if you filled it out like on time, because I think there were a bunch that came in like, I don't know, maybe people did them early Sunday morning or something, or super late on Saturday, and I didn't get a chance to look at those. I mean, I did it up to like my dinner time on Sunday, but on Saturday. So anyway, if you filled out your survey on Saturday, thank you very much. And as I was reviewing those surveys, half of the people, the window work really was maybe the biggest thing that helped them, and then the other half of the people, the other new technique that we did was the biggest help for them. And then there were people that both were of equal value. So the other technique is we repaired and unblocked all energy channels at once using a composite technique, and that's new to do that. I mean, we generally repair chakras all at once using a composite technique, and we will be doing that soon. But this is repairing all your energy channels at the same time to the extent that's healthy and gentle. So like, for example, energy channels in your arms, in your legs, your spine, basically your spinal column is a big energy channel going up and down. So all those energy channels, plus all the traditional Chinese medicine meridians that are in your physical body that largely dictate not only physical health, but a lot of your experience when you're awake. So we repaired and unblocked them, and we also rebuilt the protective force field around all your energy channels, which is red. And when it's repaired, when that force field also is repaired, then it it just keeps everything a lot safer for you. And there were a lot of people that had more energy, you know, on Friday or Saturday because of that work, the repairing and unblocking and getting that repair of the energy force field around all the energy channels. So basically the energy channel repair and unblocking that we did. So that helped when in general, if you're like, oh yeah, you know, I did all these projects that I wouldn't have normally done, you know, that could be that it's the energy channel work, and we're going to do that again today. People that felt, you know, way more peaceful than usual, a lot of times that was that the good karma window work helping. And again, we're going to do that today too. So what will be different today from Friday in this, you know, Sunday healing we'll add a little bit of explicitly melting energy blocks in the aura. We'll be a little bit more mindful about that. I did do a lot of combing through the aura on Friday and the grounding, but I had found like a month or two ago in a triplet set that if you spend extra time and you think about really melting away the energy blocks that aren't melting, then it has a huge effect on everything. Energy blocks is, you know, stuck energy that's not flowing. And it's basically, you know, what makes you feel bad, what makes you, it's the source of all yuckiness. Mostly is energy blocks. Some of it's energy blocks. Sometimes it's a being here and there that you need to remove. Other times it's that your energy needs to be repaired. But of course we're going to do the repair work again. And so anyway, too much talking. My angels want me to put in another plug for non-caffeinated beverages. I used to drink black tea and enjoy it a lot. But then I didn't know that caffeine depletes chi, and chi is a really important energy that helps you feel strong and helps you take charge of your life and take action. And so no more caffeine for me. But anyway, so if you feel that your chi has gotten depleted over a long time, then once this pandemic thing is over, maybe you could consider getting traditional Chinese medicine, you know, like acupuncture and some herbal recommendations from a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, because they can help that over time. But I do have some videos also that help your meridians. So like if you can't afford to go to a TCM person, or just during the pandemic, if you're not going to your TCM person, you could still heal your meridians. All right. Hello, thank you for everybody's hellos. I really appreciate them. I'm going to catch up on the hellos and comments that people have briefly at the end, and then also after that I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to do a Q&A. So if anyone wants to participate in the Q&A, I estimated that it would start an hour and 50 minutes past when this live stream started. So almost 2 hours past when this live stream started is when I'll be starting the Q&A. So for me, that's 11:50. In Chicago area, that's 1:50, and you know, Midwest area, that's 1:50, and in New York, Eastern Coast in the West, in the US, that would be 2:50. Yeah, so almost 3 o'clock. But anyway, so it's almost a full 2 hours after this live stream started. That's when I'm going to start the Q&A, if you want. And anyone is welcome to submit questions during that Q&A. and be a part of it, even if you're not paying for a healing today or you've never really communicated with me before. It doesn't matter. All right, good. So we're gonna have a quiet moment for a sec while I say hello to all the participants, the prepaid healing participants that I'm about to heal, and then I'll start the healing. So in the quiet moment, you can do whatever you wish. Just kind of be inward a little, check in with your body or how you feel, your state of mind. Think of things you're grateful for, maybe. Just enjoy a sip of tea, enjoy a deep breath. Okay, thank you for waiting. So I'm going to start and not explain so much in the first minute, and then I'll catch up with the explaining. Okay, thanks for being patient. So what I was doing was combing through the aura and the grounding essentially, but also above the top of the aura. So like say this is the top of the aura, so I was combing through above here as well and comparing it up here to right here. So when you heal, I would suggest, unless you don't have hands free at the time, or it's not appropriate, say you're in front of people who think that's too weird, maybe. But otherwise, I would say use your hands, and your hands generate energy. You have a hand chakra in the palm of each hand that's pretty large, and then and you can open it up as wide as possible just with your intention, and that generates more energy. And then same thing with your fingertip chakras. You have a chakra in each fingertip, sort of here in the front of it. And so those generate a lot of energy, and you just with your intention set the chakras so that they're generating gold light. And gold as a vibration, typically in your body, you're gonna ideally I would suggest that in your body and your spirit you resonate at rainbow colors, and then also for healing I would suggest gold light. So not white is too high, not black or brown even, because I would say that's too slow moving, and so it can have a depressant effect and a stagnating effect. So the middle in between the black and the brown and the white is gold, which is a nice declogger and cleaner and repairing, and then rainbow colors for like your chakras, your aura, all that stuff. Okay, So you just imagine a copy out in front of you is what I would suggest, just because even, I mean, you can just, sometimes it is nice to just be still and sense your energy around you. So, maybe for those of you receiving a healing from me right now, that could be interesting sometimes to not use your hands and just sort of sense what's going on. But like I said, hands are very powerful. They have lots of energy flow potentially for you to use as a healer. So, grounding and aura repair are things that you would always do towards the start of a healing, because without those, you're kind of messed up. So I want to make sure everyone has a wide grounding. I always suggest a wide grounding, as wide as your whole aura. So why am I putting my hands out like this? Because my aura is that big. So it's as big as, right there where my hand is, right? So if you feel like yours is kind of smushed in, go ahead. It's okay to take up space. It's not going to mess you up. If someone's like right next to you, you're not like putting your aura in their face. If you just think of expanding your aura for you, it works. Okay. And then I would suggest that your grounding is that wide, all the way down to the core of the earth. So like a waterfall or a big tree trunk with roots. But the wideness is very important, and the amount it flows is very important, which is why generally I prefer the image of a waterfall, but whatever works for you. Just ideally make that color red or orange or yellow of your waterfall, of your grounding. And you don't have to see energy to make something a certain color. And I know for newbies, that's going to kind of boggle your mind, like, but I need to see, Janet, I need to see energy because I don't know if it's red. Just say to yourself, I am making my grounding red, and you did it. On a spirit level, these psychic things are not hard. It's just that it's not really accepted in our cultures often, these energy things. So then when we try them, we're thinking, oh, this must be really complicated, make my grounding red. It is not. So even if your clairvoyance isn't turned on yet very much, your thought, your intention, and anybody can make a red grounding. Easy peasy. Just think, I am making a red grounding, and you just did. Okay? And like I said, red or orange or yellow is fine for your grounding, because those colors, I think, are best for your lower chakras, and particularly since you're raising your grounding up nice and high, which is what I would suggest also, as high as your third chakra, right here. So what's the big deal about a wide grounding? It helps you, it's like a growth accelerant, because a big part of growth is releasing, having really good flow. And you can't have really good flow if you're not releasing energy. So it's possible to even be a veteran and sometimes have a narrow grounding, even if you've practiced it many times, just because if you get stressed and triggered, it could naturally like contract your grounding. So it is worth checking or just recreating. Making sure it's wide and flowing. If your grounding has been too thin for, say a day or even half a day, there may be a little bit of catch up that you have to do, like a lot that wanted to release 5 hours ago but couldn't, or wanted to release 2 days ago but couldn't, depending on how long your grounding has been blocked. So that's why I'm spending a lot of time combing through the aura and combing down the grounding. So I have like a mini copy. Here's the aura, here's the grounding, right? So that's what you would do, your aura and your grounding. And just wash downward any blocked energy that you're ready to let go of. And you melt the energy blocks. Sometimes I say washing them down, your grounding. Sometimes I say melting them. It's pretty much the same process. It just depends on how you think about it. I'm going to do a little bit of aura repair with everybody just in case somebody needs it. We did aura repair on Friday. So not as many people need it today, but as a walkthrough for later, it's always good to, you know, have an aura repair part in your video. So, and some people do need it. So aura repair, I'll link videos down below later for that. Down below meaning in the comment section. But you just imagine, you know, the bubble for your aura and imagine it how it really is. So maybe there are some rips there, right? And even if you can't see the rips, it does not matter because your intention, your thought, your goal on a spirit level is to mend up the rips with the gold light. The gold light, you use that to wash out the rips, and then when they're washed out and cleaned out, then the gold light makes really good contact with the ripped places, and that gold light makes the ripped places grow back. And again, if you're a newbie, you're thinking, oh, this is complicated. I bet I'm not doing it right. But like I said, that's just the taboos of society that's making you think that this is some obscure, overly complicated thing and that, you know, it's not simple. But it is actually simple. And you can do it. I forgot the most important part. Case in point, there is one newbie who's getting the healing today, and he, this is his first healing product with me, and his aura was like completely missing in the back, like gone in the back, like, you know, a month ago, before he had, you know, worked with my videos. And I suggested the aura repair video for him, and you know, he fixed like 90% of it with the first try with that video. And I mean, his aura was a disaster zone, you know, total newbie, did the video, and like it was almost perfect after the first try. So I was like, well, just do a little more, you know, that outer layer's still a little beat up at the top and the back. And so he did it one more time, and it was like, oh. So, and he's not more gifted than my other clients, than my other viewers. So just to show you, it's not brain surgery. So we're going to have some fun with clearing energy blocks, just like I said that we would do in this healing that we didn't do as explicitly in the Friday healing. So let's clear out some grounding energy blocks that, because we just did a lot of combing through, right? So that probably melted a bunch of energy blocks, got some good flow. But what we're going to do is go out of our way to find an energy block that didn't already clear. And not only that, it hasn't cleared for a while, and it's been really impacting your quality of life. And we're going to go ahead and melt it. Yay! And it's not hard. It's just that sometimes you get used to avoiding something on a subconscious spirit level, and you avoid it for so long that you forget that it's something you could clear. So we're going to kind of wake you up and go, hey, why don't you clear that? Okay. So think of your grounding, you know, which is below you, right? It connects, well, it starts here. It's wide, connects all the way down to the core of the earth now because you made it that way. And go ahead and imagine as many as you want, really, energy blocks that are healthy and gentle that you just haven't been clearing. Healthy and gentle to clear that today that you haven't been clearing. And just go ahead and imagine a bunch of those and go for it. They can look like rocks, they can look like boxes, they can look like books, hard books. So just go out of your way to clear energy blocks that weren't clearing. You were just accidentally holding on to them. Nice deep breath. You can wiggle your toes, feel how that feels. Because feeling a deep breath, that is a good thing to do for sure. but you're, being as present as your lungs is not as, I mean, that's good, right? But you want to also, that's sort of halfway, you want to be as present as even your toes, right? Because when your spirit comes in, you come in through the top of your head. So feeling your breath is helpful, but even feeling your toes wiggle and thinking about how that feels, that helps even more to like draw you in all the way. Fingertips and toes, be there, feel that. So now we did a little bit with, let's do one block in your grounding that contributes to you getting frustrated. I hear that sometimes in the surveys, like, I have issues with anger, what should I do? And I do have good videos on clearing anger, but let's do it energy block wise, like in your grounding. Like, find an energy block just with your intention, with your thought, with your intuition. Find an energy block or several that contribute to you getting frustrated, and just imagine those energy blocks, your frustration energy blocks, we'll call them, in your grounding, and just melt them away. Lots and lots of gold light. Surround them in gold light, and just think about letting go. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. And again, what are we doing? We're melting away your frustration energy blocks. If you don't have hands free, that's okay. You can just imagine lots of gold suns or gold fire. That's just finding the energy blocks, your frustration energy blocks, and just surround your frustration energy blocks with the gold light and just melt it down. You can say, like, if you like intentions, you can think, I am letting go of my frustration causing energy blocks. I'm letting go of my frustration causing energy blocks. One more we'll do before we move on to other stuff is fear-causing energy blocks. So it could be coronavirus type fear stuff, or just any kind of worries that you have. People tend to forget that you can clear fear, you can clear worry. Worry and fear tends to be energy blocks from energy blocks around your first layer of your aura, particularly right in front, right near the front of your first chakra. So we're going to specifically melt away energy blocks that are most likely right here, that are causing you to feel worry or anxiety. So you just imagine this part in front. If you want, yeah, probably right there in front of your stomach, in front of your hips, and just imagine some energy blocks there that are contributing to your worry, your fear. And just, you could bring up red earth energy and soak those energy blocks with the red earth energy from the center of the earth. Just bring that up and soak those energy blocks. And then lots of gold light. And melt those energy blocks. And if you're having trouble melting them, maybe there's a being that's like next to the energy blocks, kind of holding on to them. So you can just say, angels, if there are any beings right there, can you help me recycle them? And then just do a little bit extra melting now that your angels did that. More gold light right there. And also, first layer under your feet is really nice, because that way you can drain, you can release better. Like if this is all hard in your first layer, then even if you have good flow here, having less flow here is going to kind of hold the energy upward. It's not going to let it release down your grounding properly. So just think of like right under your feet, and clear away any energy blocks that relate to your fear or your worry in your first layer, right under your feet. Just melt away fear energy blocks right around and right under your feet. And this could be other people's fear, other people's worry that is nevertheless affecting you. Like maybe they handed you copies of their own fear. All right. We did this on Friday as well, and this is also in a video called Stacking and Clearing 3 Ways, which I'll link below again. The videos below this time will probably be very similar to the videos that I already linked below on the Friday video, just because we're repeating a lot of the techniques because we need to. But anyway, so this is to make you feel less scattered. So you just imagine, like a lot of you is here now, especially since we got you great grounding and repaired aura and everything, and we cleared some energy blocks that were kind of stubborn and not already clearing. So a lot of you's here, but some of you is still scattered, most likely. The coronavirus global pandemic is a big deal. That's a huge energy shift. It's causing a lot of people to freak out. And when you freak out, when you get triggered to a certain point, you tend to scatter. You know, little parts of your energy say, I'm out of here. And you just go, whoosh, 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 and you go, you know, far away from your body. But that's not helpful, right? It's just what you might do if you get stuck on something, if you get freaked out, right? So you're going to be your own hero. You're going to be your own rescuer. And that's an important aspect of, you know, self-healing, is that you are your own hero. You are your own big brother or big sister. And so part of how we're doing that now is we're imagining those far off, freaked out parts of you, but we're not going to feel far out and freaked out. We're going to stay here, wiggle our toes, right? And just imagine balls of colored light that is far away, freaked out you, right? And we're just going to use gold light and heal those parts of you just by running gold light through them. Easy peasy, right? So you stay here, feel your toes wiggle, and just send gold light to those faraway parts of you, and just comb through those faraway parts of you with that gold light. And what happens is that gold light helps those parts of you to unblock and get unstuck. And then those parts of you realize it's silly to run away, and they come back. And so then there's more of you here. And when there's more of you here flowing and well, then you function much, much better. You're able to handle stresses much better. You know, so many people felt a lot better from the Friday healing. There's still a global pandemic going on, but how you feel about that global pandemic has a lot to do with the state of your energy, not the state of the world. Okay, so there's a difference there. You know, it is a significant and unique time when so many people are so triggered on this planet, you know, way more than usual. But, you know, it's a self-healing challenge, you know, that you don't have to match group fear. You can individuate. You can, you know, find out how to stay safe as possible, how to have as positive and healthy growth time as possible right now. So again, what are we doing? We're becoming less scattered because you're imagining any far off scattered parts of you. Even if you don't feel overwhelmed, there could still be some far off scattered parts of you, maybe from years ago when you were overwhelmed and part of you checked out. All right, good job. Let's see what to do next. Okay, so we're gonna do two things using composite copy technique. First, we'll repair all chakras using composite copy technique, repair and unblock. Because we did that on Friday too. So a lot of people, they haven't gotten their chakras damaged between Friday and now. But you can always do more unblocking of your chakras. So we'll do both, repair and unblocking of all chakras, all 7 physical body chakras, 7 astral body chakras along the spine, and also the Kundalini chakra, which is below the physical body first chakra. So that will be 15 chakras that we're going to repair and unblock. And then we'll use composite copy technique to repair and unblock all energy channels. Okay, and both of those things we also did on Friday. The only difference is when we do the energy channels, we're going to also dunk those, the composite of all your energy channels, into a tub of gold light, because that's just cool and fun. So we're going to do the identical process for all your major chakras and then for all your energy channels. Okay, so first for all your major chakras, like I said, 7 physical, 7 astral body. I go like this because they're located along your spine, your major chakras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you need more information about chakras and you like seeing things written, I can email you a free 2-page chakra handout if you wish. If you email me at janet@janetwrightreadings.com. Just say hi, tell me 2 things about yourself just for fun. So I feel like I know you a little. And I'm happy to send you it. No big deal. Okay, so you just imagine a composite copy that represents all of those 15 chakras we talked about, the 7 physical, the 7 astral body, and then the 1 Kundalini chakra. So you imagine a composite copy, maybe it's like this big. It's not quite as big as this newspaper, but or as this magazine, but it's round, an open cylinder, a round open cylinder, right? So it's got round openings on either end, and you just repair the round openings because they can get little chunks missing from them. And then you repair the cylinder part because they can get, the cylinder part can get scratched, or it can get gashes in it that aren't supposed to be there. So you repair the round edges. So like, you're just surrounding your copy with gold light and repairing the edges. And you do obviously both edges, both round edges. And then the cylinder part too. You use a lot of gold light and just surround the whole cylinder with gold light. And your intention is that you're just repairing it. Any scratches, any holes that shouldn't be there, you just let those mend up, heal up. You clean them off with the gold light, and then as you keep doing it, everything repairs. And then the unblocking is similar. You just imagine the hard energy blocks and you melt those. And the hard energy blocks can be around the cylinder part, and they can be also stuffed into the edges, the openings. So energy blocks can be, like I said, stuffed into the round openings, blocking the energy flow completely or partially. So energy blocks can be here and here, or they can also be wrapped around the round cylinder part. So same hand motions, really similar. You just I like to kind of pull out the big chunks of energy blocks and then just blow them up, or pull them out and kind of melt them separately. But you can kind of keep them right where they are and just melt them in place too. Whatever you prefer, whatever's fun. I think sometimes changing it up and doing it a different way than what you normally do can help your spirit to kind of stay more engaged and not get bored. And melt away the energy blocks that are around the cylinder part of your chakra, all your chakras, right? We're doing the composite copy of all 15 chakras. And we're unblocking them because we're melting away the energy blocks. Whatever energy blocks are healthy and gentle to melt right now. And let's continue that theme that we were talking about of you may have some energy blocks that you weren't going to melt but are really good to melt, like energy blocks that you're just accidentally ignoring. So go ahead and nudge those out of your composite copy too. Just nudge out the energy blocks that you were going to leave there just because you've done it for years. So just nudge out the energy blocks that are good to clear right now but you were going to not, and just blow those up or melt them. Again, nudge out the extra bunch of energy blocks and just blow them up or melt them. All right, so now you can still use the same composite copy and create a gold tub of healing energy that's like water, right? So it's like gold water, a little tub, a little basin filled with gold healing energy that's like gold water, and then you dunk your composite copy of all your major chakras in this tub of gold water, and just let the gold water like go inside the copy and surround it, and so you're just like giving it a big soak. You're taking your composite copy of your of these major chakras, and then you're just dunking it in the basin of gold light. So just dunk it in there. All right, good job. So now you can get rid of the tub of gold water. You can blow it up or just give it to your angels. And then you can get rid of the composite copy too, or just blow it up or give it to your angels. So the theme of this healing, lighter and brighter, basically, if you had to summarize it, lighten your journey, brighten your path. Part of that is just having your chakras properly repaired and unblocked makes you feel lighter and brighter. I'm going to talk for a second about my throat. You've noticed that I've been clearing my throat, right? And so I'll just do an aside and talk about throat and what affects your throat chakra, fifth chakra. So personally, a long time ago, I used to drink milk, dairy, cow milk. And I don't do that anymore because it would, I would have too much phlegm in my lungs and chest, and so I would be more prone to colds and getting sick. So you could maybe notice that if you have cheese, maybe the next day you're a little blocked up in your nose, or you drink some milk, maybe the next day or you eat some ice cream, maybe the next day you have more phlegm in your nose and your chest. And it's important for respiratory health, especially with the coronavirus around, but just always. If dairy causes you to get heavy, and phlegmy, then maybe consider cutting out dairy. The only dairy I have is butter, and I had a bunch of butter on my breakfast that I had right before this. So I'm wondering if like maybe 25% of what I'm experiencing is due to the butter that I had. Although I don't find that butter always affects me, maybe now I'm a little more sensitive. Will I stop having butter? I don't know about that. But anyway, so then another thing that can make you kind of block up here is if you have damage to your throat chakra, and that can cause you to get a sore throat. Even like a chunk missing from your throat chakra can cause you to get a sore throat. I don't have a sore throat, and my chakra is not damaged. But I do double check that if I'm having a throat issue, right? Another thing is you can have, somebody cording the front of your throat chakra, and that can make you, want to clear your throat 5 times. And that is what's been affecting me. So I just want to let you know, not that it's your fault or anything, but just for your learning, when this happens to you, if it happens to you, you just saw the symptoms that I was feeling and that I was, experiencing with my clearing throat, and it was just cords. People, when they cord you, they generally send a pair of cords. So there were a couple pair of cords going in to, the round opening, right? There are a couple pairs of cords going into the sides here and a couple going in here. Like, so one person sends a pair of cords typically. So the pair of cords might be going in like this, or might be going in like this. They might be going in the back as well, but I don't have that happening right now. And then when those cords are in place, you're unable to clear energy blocks because the cords kind of hold everything in place. So now that the cords are gone, I have to clear energy blocks. And I have to clear a bunch of energy blocks. And there could be beings also clogging it up, but I already got rid of those. So it's just energy blocks that I have to kind of catch up with. So we'll see if that's enough. But I wanted to describe it to you so that, you know, for your learning about your throat. Chest pressure is something that, you know, if you get sick with the coronavirus, you know, you get a lot of respiratory stuff, apparently, most people. But I think you can get chest pressure even if you don't have the coronavirus. I think just you can get pressure from people or beings sending energy to your sternum bone right there. That can cause a real heavy, tight feeling. Also, cords going into your fourth chakra, which is in the center of your chest, that can also cause a very tight feeling. So now we could do a little of that. So go ahead and heal your sternum bone, this bone that is right in the center here that goes up and down. Go ahead and just surround that in gold light and just melt away any energy blocks that are around it. And then if you have, let's say, if you have beings sort of sending energy at that sternum bone, that can cause a tightness there. So you can just imagine, okay, are there any beings messing with my fourth chakra and or my sternum bone, right? And then go ahead and ask your angels to recycle them. So I was just doing that for the healing participants, but just as an out loud walkthrough, you just say, angels, can you please recycle any beings that are messing with my sternum bone and or my heart chakra, my fourth chakra right here. Now we can do a little bit extra unblocking of the fourth chakra. A lot of times when you have many people experiencing something, then there's heart chakra pressure. The fourth chakra is sort of a chakra that has to do with yourself and others. Like it's for you, but if a lot of people are experiencing something, it can weigh you down on your heart chakra unless you unblock it and give your heart chakra extra help. So you can just imagine a composite of your spirit fourth chakra and your physical body fourth chakra. So two different fourth chakras you have. Just imagine both of them in this one composite copy and go ahead and unblock them extra. Just pull out those energy blocks that are healthy and gentle to clear and melt them away or blow them up. And any energy blocks, even in the center in there. And just sort of pull those out and blow them up or melt them. Pull them out, blow them up or melt them. It's funny because I usually don't have this big elaborate breakfast that I like. I usually don't have it before live streams. So I think the butter, all that butter in it isn't good for my public speaking. But the whole front of the rib cage, you can get a lot of pressure there. So I'm just gonna give some extra healing for everybody in the front of the rib cage. In the Q&A that we're going to do in a separate live stream later, right after this healing, soon after this healing, I'm going to have my, I have a life-size skeleton model that I bought, and I'm going to have that with me. So if you have any body related questions to like what bones you should heal, or some part of your body that needs healing, or how is the energy flow in your bones or something, I'll have my little model so I can point out things if need be. But right now I'm helping you guys to open up energy flow in your chest area, because you can get so much built up in the bones here and the muscle tissue here, just in the front rib cage. It can get so just like pushed in and heavy, even if you don't have the coronavirus. I think that's part of why some people are getting a little paranoid these days, because they're, you hear that, oh, tightness of breath, that's the symptom of coronavirus. And then you're becoming more, that's making you become more aware of the tension and the pressure that you actually always have in this area, either because you eat butter or you eat more dairy, or, just a psychic pressure. So we're going to clear. I mean, maybe you should still stop having dairy. Maybe if it affects you that way, but we're going to help with the energy aspect of it, helping you to open up your chest area. Essentially the front rib cage area, this whole area. There. Okay, so that's something unique that we're doing today. We did. Front rib cage. And also the sternum and the fourth chakra. Okay, cool. That was neat. Neat little detour. So now let's do all the energy channels. We use composite copy to heal and unblock and repair all your energy channels to the extent that is healthy and gentle to do right now. So you just imagine, again, like a model that actually looks pretty similar, but it's a different thing. Your intention is that the model that you're making now is a composite copy of all your energy channels. So this little stretch of energy channel that you're imagining, it represents all your arm channels, all your leg channels, the energy channel up and down your spine that flows up and down your spine, all your traditional Chinese medicine meridians, which are, they crisscross your whole body. So you're going to, with your intention, create a copy of all of those energy channels as just, this one stretch of energy channel represents the entire length of all those energy channels. So as you repair and unblock this, to the extent that's healthy and gentle, you will be repairing and unblocking all your energy channels. So just use your hands, and you can, we can speed up that part where you use the gold tub of water if that's your preferred way. So you imagine a big gold tub of gold water, gold healing energy water, and just soak this composite copy of all your energy channels in that tub of gold light. But if you prefer to use your hands too also for it, go for it. Just, imagine the holes, the gashes, the leaks, and heal those up. As I said on Friday, if you have energy leaks, and most people do unless you heal them up, repair them. If you have leaks, it obviously depletes you. But then also it tends to attract invasive beings and invasive people, because you're basically offering out your energy all the time. And so there are people and beings that show up to take that energy. So again, you are a mighty eternal being. You are massively powerful, more than you realize. So you don't have to be afraid of any of that. But this is a nice, easy way to go in a different direction than that, so to speak, and just repair all this up so that you are not leaking energy. So what are we doing? We have a composite copy of all your energy channels. You have a composite copy of all your energy channels, and you're repairing them and unblocking them. And if you want, you're using that gold tub of gold healing energy water, and that's going through them. And you can unblock them with like a special gold bottle brush, and just unblock your energy channels to the extent that it's healthy and gentle. So just make it a special gold healthy and gentle bottle brush, and unblock your composite of all your energy blocks. So you're only clearing the blocks that are healthy and gentle to clear right now. Because especially for the Chinese medicine meridians, there's a certain amount of change and transformation that is comfortable and healthy for your body at any given time. So your healthy and gentle bottle brush, gold bottle brush, will only unblock to the extent that is good for you right now. And you make another one and unblock some more with your healthy and gentle gold bottle brush, and just hand it to your angels when it's all dirty. All right, good job. So now you can just get rid of the gold tub of healing energy water, either by blowing it up or handing it to your angels, or and then get rid of the composite of all your energy channels, either by blowing it up or giving it to your angels. Okay, and then we're going to do the technique that we did on Friday, that was new on Friday, the good karma windows that are in the back, straight back from the neck and the top of the skull. So right here and here, back all the way to the edge of the aura. You have 7 good karma windows, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they're just these little triple frame windows that are translucent, so light can go through them. And it just they allow, when they're repaired and healed and unblocked, they allow a pleasant, gentle amount of good karma energy to come in through them. And so you receive good karma energy, like the universe helping you out and repaying you for good deeds that you've done either in this life or in past lives. And it also relieves a lot of pressure and tension in your neck and your head. And I noticed, you know, for people that needed that relief of pressure, it helped them feel more carefree, more lighthearted, and allowed them to focus more on what they enjoy. So, yay. So we're going to do a slightly quicker version of it today than we did before. So you just imagine all the windows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And you just comb through them with gold light. And check out the frames, those triple frames, and just heal them with gold light all at once. And you want to repair them all at once. You know, maybe there's a little crack in one of the frames, maybe you're missing part of one of them, and just let the gold light rebuild it. You don't have to overthink it. And you don't have to see what you're doing. You just imagine these 7 triple frames, and triple frames meaning, you know, they look that way. That's just how they look. And they're the different colors of your aura layers. So if you do the rainbow color system with your chakras, then, you know, then the windows are red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, deeper blue, purple. And again, if you need that chakra handout that I have, you can email me. So you repaired the frames. And now let's get rid of the beings, because you could have beings messing with these windows or accessing you through these windows. So like the beings could be outside of your aura, but they kind of send a cord through some of these windows, or send some energy through the windows, or they could just be kind of like stuck going through the windows. So we don't want any of that, right? So the quickest way is you just imagine all the beings that are messing with you through these windows, and ask your angels to recycle all of them. So if you're more experience, I think sometimes the angels like you to test your intuition and be like, oh, I think there are like 45 beings that are messing with me through these windows. And then you just say, well, angels, can you recycle those 45 beings? But you know, if you want to keep it super simple, you just say, angels, can you recycle any beings that are messing with me through these good karma windows? And that's fine, that works. Angels, can you please recycle any beings that are messing with me through these good karma windows? And I, of course, did that for the participants. Just a caveat though, you see me healing 100 people at once. It is highly, highly risky and highly, highly taxing. So I would never suggest that anyone do what I'm doing, basically. I mean, if you're, you know, very much towards, you know, very advanced in your professional career and you feel you're ready for it, then you're ready for it. But it's much more risk. You're very visible to the biggest, most invasive beings on the planet. So essentially, kids don't do what I'm doing at home, and adults don't do what I'm doing at home. So in other words, don't heal multiple people at the exact same time. When you get good at healing yourself, then you can definitely heal one, like say your kid. So like some of my mothers that are, you know, have been doing this for a little bit, they know how to repair their aura, they know how to ground, you know, they can clear their good karma windows. And then right after that, now that they're so centered, they did their grounding, they did their good karma windows, they can do the good karma windows of, like, say, their 5-year-old boy, right? But don't heal all 3 of your kids at the same moment. That's much riskier and less safe and taxing. So, but one at a time healing is not, particularly if you're, you know, you took care of yourself already and you're all centered now. Okay. So what are we doing? We already asked the angels to get rid of all the beings that are accessing you through these windows, the good karma windows. So now just people can be courting you through these good karma windows, and you can't have the people recycled. So you just want to get rid of their cords, right? So you just imagine the cords going through from people, and they can look like ropes, like a whole tangle of ropes of like cords from people, and just wrap all that in gold light and just remove it, hand it to your angels, or melt it with gold fire, gold water. But nobody should be courting you through these windows. Nobody, nobody, nobody. So just lots of gold light, gold fire. Get rid of all the cords coming through these good karma windows. Should not be any. Okay, and then you can have hard objects that are also stuck in these windows from, you know, even from years ago. So they can look like sticks or, you know, swords or little spears or something, and they're stuck in here. So any hard objects, just surround them with gold light. Any hard objects that are stuck in your good karma windows, surround them in gold light and lift them all out at once. Hand them to your angels. Just say, here, angels. Again, any hard objects that are stuck in your good karma windows, just wrap them up in lots of gold light, lift them out. Go, here, angels, can you take these? And now extra repair of your windows, because you remove the cords, you remove the beings, you remove the hard objects. So there may be like little gaps in the windows that need to be repaired now, because all that stuff has been removed. So again, you're just quickly repairing the frames and repairing the window part, the translucent, pretty window part of all these good karma windows, your 7 good karma windows. Deep breath, because that's kind of a big shift. You can wiggle your toes, you can recheck your grounding, make sure it's wide. It may have gotten narrow as you were doing all that, just because it's a lot of work you did. So make a nice wide grounding all the way down to the core of the earth, and just double check that it has good flow, even in the back. There we go. And unblocking is the final thing to do with the good karma windows, and that really, you could keep doing it. You could do it tomorrow more, you could do it the next day more, you know, even if because you can get up like a pressure buildup back here because there's so many energy blocks, because the good karma windows, it's like a sensitive area, And also this, you know, behind the back of your head is a very sensitive area. Back of your head and neck is a sensitive area. So you're sensitive here, you're sensitive here. So, but nevertheless, somehow you can get a lot of buildup of energy blocks around all these good karma windows. And so you want to melt all those energy blocks, or as many as is healthy and gentle to melt right now. So one way to do that is just to keep them in place and just melt the energy blocks away with the gold light. But the way that I kind of like to do it instead is I lower all those energy blocks. So I get a sense of all of them and I lower those energy blocks all at once. So the windows are up here then, and the energy blocks that were stuck around them are lower now. So for me, it's easier to perceive all those energy blocks that way. And I'm like, wow, look at all those. And then you can just blow them up all at once. Or you can lower them and then just melt them with gold light. And if you want to just, you know, stretch the back of your neck at the same time, you know, why not? So again, what are we doing? We're unblocking the good karma windows, essentially, or the space around each of the good karma windows. So again, you can lower those energy blocks and just melt them or blow them up. All right, woo woo, good job. So again, wiggle your toes, make sure you're here. It's a big shift. Make sure you have a nice wide grounding. If you're in doubt, just remake it. You can even do a one color earth energy soak, like whatever color you want for your grounding, red or orange or yellow, and then use that grounding like a straw to bring up an extra amount of that earth energy. Add red or orange or yellow and just up, and soak your whole body, the back of your head, the whole area, everywhere in front of you in the red or orange or yellow earth energy, and just soak in that. That's a one color earth energy soak. And you can just keep that up. You know, back before pandemic stuff, when I used to go to a store, although I never really, I mean, I like getting things delivered to my house rather than going to a store even before the pandemic. But anyway, if I would go to a store, sometimes I would do like an earth energy soak the whole time I'm in a store, because you could bring it up and then just leave it up. And it's kind of nice. Then it's like you have this little, you know, portable forest around you, you know, of like, because the forest has like a really nice amount of earth energy that's, I would call ambient earth energy, because the trees bring up a lot of earth energy into the air around you. So anyway, you can leave up a one color earth energy soak all day long if you want, you know, or then you could bring it down and change the color to, you know, red or orange or yellow, and then bring it back up again, whatever. So that's sort of a tiny version of a tiny video called Tri-Color Earth Energy Soak, which is also very kid friendly. So if you haven't taught your kids any type of meditation yet, I would encourage you to do that if you want. And that video, Tri-Color Earth Energy Soak, which I just texted out, is a good first meditation video for your kids if you want, but it's also for adults. So we're just gonna have a quiet moment. You can check in with yourself and breathe. So I want to, oh, during that quiet moment, I was checking in with everybody where they were of the 100 participants, but I also did a little bit extra healing on this front rib cage part, just so you know, and because I just feel like people carry a lot of weight, a lot of sort of burdening, oppressing energy right here in the front rib cage area. So not just, maybe in the front of the heart chakra, but this whole area. So I was specifically surrounding that with gold light and just melting away more and more and more, sort of blocking, burdening kind of energy here. So that could be nice homework for everybody, if you want homework, just to, unburden more and more and more the front of your rib cage. Okay, great. So I did want to backtrack just momentarily because when we were doing the energy channels, I didn't talk about the protective red force field around the energy channels and building that back up, which I think is really nice to do. I did mention it on Friday. So again, you create the composite copy, which we had done already just a couple minutes ago. A composite copy of all your energy channels. So arm channels, leg channels, the energy channel that goes up and down your spine, but including also then your traditional Chinese medicine energy channels. So your GV meridian, your CV meridian, and like all the other energy meridians in the physical body. So this is the composite copy of all that. You just make that with your intention out in front of you. And we already repaired it and unblocked it very nicely with the gold water and the gold light from your hands. But now there ideally is a red protective force field around all these energy channels. And say if it's a body energy channel, then it's sort of a dual force field that your body can have a red protective energy all around it, a red force field, and your spirit, you as a spirit, can have your red energy around all your physical body energy channels. So it's sort of a dual force field of two reds. One red is your body's red, one red is your spirit's red. But you don't have to really obsess on that. It's just a red force field, protective force field. And if it's a spirit energy channel, say in your astral body, then it's just your energy, your spirit's energy as a red. So, but we don't have to, describe it in 5,000 words like I just did. Just a red protective force field around all your energy channels. And for a lot of people, that just wears down, it gets damaged. So if you just imagine that force field that's around the outside of the energy channels and you just let that build up, you just let it grow back. Like just supply the gold light and just think about this red force field that protects all your energy channels, and just let it grow back. Okay, great. So I had said that a sort of a subtitle of this Lighten Your Journey, Brighten Your Path theme could be Don't Get Shut Down, right? And part of how people get shut down is their energy isn't whole enough. They don't have that protective force field around their energy channels. Maybe they don't have their aura repaired or their chakras repaired, but now you have all that. If you just went through this healing, you have, your chakras are repaired, your aura is repaired, your grounding's nice and wide and flowing, your energy channels are repaired, and they have that built up the protective force field around them. So, that's so cool. But still you can have, and your good karma windows are safe and repaired. So you're not likely getting too much external energy coming through to suppress you anymore, at least right now. because you're in such a good state. You're all strengthened, right? Um, but there could be inner energy blocks that just cause you to kind of crumple inward and kind of give up, or forget about your dreams. Like I was talking about on Friday, and I'll just say a moment about it today. When I was a kid, I really liked gardening, and then as I grew into adulthood, I completely forgot that I at all cared about gardening. And so I never thought about it, never took steps towards making that happen and making it a part of my life throughout most of my adult life until very recently. So that habit of forgetting about what you love, forgetting about, like, letting go of the initiative, the spark that could give you a tiny version of your dream today. Like I said in the Friday, I could have had, a pot of daffodils every spring. I could have planted them every fall, had them every spring, and I just didn't. I imploded. I shut down. I got shut down, right? So now what we're going to do is find those energy blocks that shut you down in ways that you probably aren't even aware of. And we're going to melt those energy blocks. So then you don't stay in that pattern of being shut down, even though now you're really repaired. Okay, so it's easy. We're just going to do it blanket exercise way. So you just make a big gold blanket out in front of you, and then you put out on the blanket any energy blocks, internal energy blocks, conscious or subconscious, doesn't matter. Just energy blocks that make you be shut down or stay shut down or allow yourself to get shut down. Energy blocks that make you forget your dreams and goals and what you love. Because everybody loves things. It's just that you may forget. You may just get shut down and forget what you love. Or you may get shut down in a way that you don't realize that you could have a little version of what you love today. Despite, low money or, being in a part of the country that you wish you weren't in, whatever, you could still have a little version of that today. But if you're too shut down, you don't really see how that's possible. Okay. So on the gold blanket, you're dumping out any baggage that's making you be shut down or stay shut down. Right. And then you could bring up red earth energy to soak that pile if you want. But if you want, you can just skip right to the step where you just wash it out in gold light and melt the pile. Just melt the pile, lots of gold light. And the more you relax and maybe take a deep breath, the easier it'll melt. So let's do that one more time, okay? So a new blanket out in front of you, just make a new gold blanket out in front of you if you want, and then just heap onto the blanket any inner energy blocks that make you shut yourself down or make you kind of stay shut down, make you give up. When I was a kid, there were ways in which I was being externally shut down, and I had this idea, which was a really good coping mechanism at the time, to not fight that and to just stop wanting things. I taught myself to stop wanting things because then other people had less control over me. Because if I wanted something and other people were able to block that, I felt very vulnerable. I felt very wounded, right? So if I trained myself to not dream, to not want, then I felt like, well, I just took back some of my power because they can't prevent me from, I don't have a hope that now they can crush, right? So you may have in some past life or earlier in this life taught yourself the same thing, taught yourself not to dream, taught yourself not to have goals, not to be consciously aware of what you love and what you would love to do. And it could be that it's safe now for you to have some of those dreams and goals and wants, because there may be a micro version of that would truly give you joy that you could do today. Okay, so again, And we'll even have your angels check this pile this time. So you can't mess it up. So you don't have to be afraid of anything, right? So just big gold blanket out in front of you. Just heap onto it any energy blocks that's like you teaching yourself not to dream, you teaching yourself not to want, not to have desires, not to love, you know, or any other energy blocks that just shut you down, cause you to stay shut down. And just put all those out in front of you and then just say, angels, can you please double check my piles? And then go ahead, just use gold light and melt the piles. If your piles are too intense, you can shove them at a further distance from you, because even if it's far away, you can still melt it, right? So just lots of gold light and melt that pile. Think about letting go. I can let go. I can let go. I can clear this. It's okay. I can let go. Good job, guys. You know, I think we're going to again put off the Wei Chi Aura repair and the Wei Chi Aura ring repair. I mean, obviously, if you're a veteran, you know that technique, you can do it yourself. But I think it's not so much important because we've done so many other strengthening things in this one. It'd be nice just to have that. So maybe we'll do it on Tuesday, but maybe it won't fit right. So we'll see. So we're going to be wrapping this healing up soon. So you can have a quiet moment as I check in with everybody. What I'm doing is I'm healing everybody's muscles. I feel like the muscles of your body, the physical muscles of your physical body, I feel like that's a nice way to release group anxiety, group fear. I think people's muscles have kind of accidentally sponged up a little bit of the, global pandemic group fear stuff. So you can just imagine a little copy of you out in front of you, of your physical body, and just comb through all your muscles, just everywhere. Muscles of your shoulders, muscles, and even if you don't feel like you're strong, you have muscles everywhere, right? Under your skin, right? So just use gold light to wash out any anxiety, any stress that's been stored up in your muscles of your body. A lot of times muscles tense up and they don't untense automatically. Sometimes they get just too stressed and then they stay like knotted up, right? So this is your chance to tell your muscles to relax. So just kind of with your mind, as you're using gold light, also just say, hey, let go, relax, relax, relax. Let your muscles relax. Tell them gently to relax. It's okay to relax. It's okay. It's okay. I am safe. It's okay. All right. So as we wrap up, you can just say, ask your angels for a blessing and a healing. Say, angels, can you please give me a blessing and a healing? And if you have an especially tense part of your body, you can maybe give yourself a massage and just imagine receiving that angel blessing and healing, especially in the parts of you that are most tense. Just let that part of your body or your spirit or both or your mind, let those tense parts of you receive the healing from your angels. And you can go ahead and let your angels lift burdens off of you. So just say, angels, can you lift off some of my burdens? All right. Good job, everybody. So I'm going to catch up with the comments, and if you want, we are going to have a separate Q&A, so you don't have to ask questions now. You can save them for the Q&A if you want. But if you do want to comment on how this healing was for you, like if there was a certain part of it that was your favorite, or just sharing how you feel right now, it is optional, but I find that it's sort of interesting for probably everybody, certainly for me. So I'm going to put my reading glasses on so I can read this stuff. So got a lot of good mornings. Hellos. Good whatever time it is for everyone. Thank you for being here for us, Janet. You're welcome. Hello, I got some flowers and some clapping hands, I think. Oh, waving hands. Hello. Oh, someone's saying hi to Zen. Zen, someone said hi to you. How about that? She's in a good mood right now because I let her stay on my lap the whole healing. Yeah, you're in a good mood right now. Hello. Hi there, good morning, good afternoon, listening from India. Yeah, we have people from all over the world now. India, some people I don't know where they are, but we definitely have UK, all over the US, Canada, Spain. Let's see, thinking of other countries. A lot of US people. Someone says this is very timely. Hi Janet, hi everyone, hope you're safe and doing well. Someone's doing someone's talking about their acupuncturist is doing telesessions. Yeah, my acupuncturist is actually seeing people in person. She's like, I have sanitizing protocols and yada yada yada, but I'm not going. I'm not going for appointments to a place where sick people go for appointments. No, not right now. Not right now, thank you. I'm just doing my own energy work on myself and trying to eat vegetables and all sorts of stuff. Hi Janet, everyone's saying hi. Hi all. Perfect timing for this. Thank you for your help. I feel wonderful. I really needed that sternum chest release. So much tightness. Yeah, I would encourage people to do more of that. Just open up here more. I think it's chronic. Everybody has it, even way before coronavirus. Just this tightness here. But say heaven forbid you do get the coronavirus. I think that'll pay off if you've worked already on opening up this more and you've worked on deep breathing and everything more. So many reasons to do it. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, the angels. Thank you, Janet. That was amazing. My most favorite healing. I love the silences too. Good to know. Yeah, I heard that from somebody in their survey feedback, and that was good to know. So good to know that you like the silences, the silent moments. My energy levels feel really good. I definitely need more bone work, and they are bothering me off and on. Yeah, I'm gonna wheel out my skeleton, uh, my life-size physical skeleton for the Q&A. So if anyone has bone questions about bone healing or stuff, I'll have my skeleton ready. um, Thank you for all you do. Wonderful. Exciting to think I can have the things I think I can't have. Yeah. Yeah, people, I mean, it's easy to get a mental block. Like, well, of course I can't do that. Of course I can't garden. I don't own land, but I was living in a place that, I could have had a pot on a porch, really my entire adult life. And I just didn't, it just got so suppressed. Because I had taught myself how not to dream, as a coping skill. Problem with that is then you forget your dreams. Oops. My energy level feels really good. I definitely need more. Oh, I already read that one. Sorry. More relaxed now. I have a sick kitty who relaxed enough to sleep. She feels better as well. Good. You can give your cats energy healings. Just don't touch them, if they don't like being touched. But you can, from afar, you can comb through their energy field. I have one video where I'm healing Zen, actually. You just use gold light just like as if you're healing yourself, just maybe less than when you're healing yourself. Thank you so much for this. I feel clearer, abdomen pain, but it could be something else. Can you check it? Yeah, I think you have some. People can throw energy, hard pieces of energy, right here. I had a client doing that to me for a couple of days. Yeah, it feels like, there's this tension around your stomach, but it's really, what I do to detect it is you test your aura layers. So like right here, how does your 7th layer feel? Is it flowing, or is there some weird object stuck in it? Because like, say if someone throws some hard object, it could be maybe a small one, so it's only in layers 3, 2, 1, or it could be in all the layers and stick out even more than that. And you just sort of check your aura layers. And this is true wherever you have a physical problem. Just check the aura layers around it until you find something. And then you can surround that object in gold light and lift it out and give it to your angels and just see if there are more, and just keep removing them. But that's more of a Q&A question, so people can save those for the Q&A if you want. Hi, Janet. Really enjoyed it. Thank you. I really enjoyed the karma windows clearing. Yeah, the good karma windows. Good. Thank you. Good to know. A ton cleared from my liver solar plexus chakra area. Seems to be a stubborn area for me. Are those just energy blocks? Thanks again. Yeah, save it for the Q&A. I would be happy to check chakras if you have time to show up at the Q&A. Loved the golden bathtub, the karma windows, and the clearing the chest. Felt amazing after chakra clearings too. Good. Thank you for your feedback. Me too. Love the silence. Perfect timing. Good to know. Thumbs up. Oh yeah, if you could, if you haven't already, if you liked this live stream, this healing, or later this video, please give it a thumbs up. Now it helps a lot. Good to know. Thank you. Would do a collective or a healing or a morphogenetic healing on a space also considered dangerous if it's not multiple things at once but on a space? You can elaborate in the Q&A if what I'm about to say doesn't clear up your question. For example, you can heal your own home. I have on my website free meditations menu, page 3 of 3 of the free meditations menu on my website, Janet Wright Readings. There's at the bottom of the page, there's a meditation called Home Energy Clearing, and it's a 15-minute walkthrough, super thorough. You can clear out the energy of your home. If you're talking about an apartment building where 40 people, there are 40 units, do not clear out their homes. You don't have karmic permission to do it. They're not yours. I mean, even a building owner, there's that's a separate issue. But if you're just a renter or you own a condo in a large building, don't heal other people's stuff. You can ask your angels to do that. And your angels handle the diplomacy and the checking with their angels, and they handle what can be cleared and what can't be cleared, la 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 la. So like so maybe that's what you're talking about, like a communal living space that's not just your house or yours, you know, maybe other people's living spaces, other, you know, other people's apartments. Don't clear those out. And so like, say if there's a hallway, a communal hallway in an apartment building, I would say that's a communal space. So you have your angels clear that out, not you personally. So again, if that doesn't answer your question, you can elaborate in the Q&A. Teaching yourself how not to dream resonates so much. We'll be using that blanket technique. Yeah. So there's a video called Blanket Exercise, and it's 11 minutes long, super simple. But you know, you don't need the video if you don't need a walkthrough. You know, just make a blanket, put out in front of you any energy blocks where you trained yourself to stop dreaming. You trained yourself to stop wanting things. Because at the time, you know, maybe you're a kid and you're vulnerable and you have no control. And so it just reminds you how vulnerable you are when people say, no, you can't do that, you know. So, but now you're an adult, and there's always ways in which you can create solutions, unless you've shut yourself down and you don't realize those ways. So yeah, it's a great thing to clear. Thank you, Janet. Thumbs up. Hi, I love the don't be shut down stuff. Yes, me too. Thanks for sharing. I had discomfort on the shoulder and upper arm earlier. After following the muscle healing, at the end of the healing, it doesn't instantly go away, but it's gone now. It's wonderful. Yeah. So yeah, healing all your bones at once is nice. Healing all your muscles at once is nice. I do have a video where I do heal all the muscles in the body as in part of the video, but you don't need a walkthrough. You can just do it at any time, you know, heal certain bones or heal all your bones at once or all your muscles at once. It's cool stuff, and it really is like a nice reset for your body. And you know, your body can absorb a lot from other people and or just your old stress or past life baggage. So it's nice to be able to reset it sometimes and elevate, you know, clean out the vibration of it, so you can have a lighter journey and a brighter path. Okay, good. So I think that's enough. We can wrap it up because then we can take a break, and some people that want to can do a Q&A. So I hope some of you will join me for that. If not, I'll think of something. I'll talk to my cat the whole time. I'm sure some people will join. Okay, cool. You guys are awesome. And there is another group healing on Tuesday that finalizes this triplet set fantabulous experience. And so you're welcome to join in the live stream for that. And just a heads up, there's still something like 25, 24 spots, something like that, for the April 19th Healing Masterclass. And the stated theme is body, mind, spirit healing plus simplicity and joy. But I already know too, well, of course, we're going to be doing any pandemic related clearing that people need in addition, and also the energy channel work that we did, you know, to mend up and repair the energy channel, everybody's energy channels, you know, with that composite technique, and then, you know, strengthen and repair that protective force field around all the energy channels. That was so helpful for so many people that will be in all my healings for a while. So just like chakra repair is in all my healings now, any healing product, you know, these group healings, the repairing of the energy channels so you're not leaky. That helped so many people that will for sure be in this upcoming healing masterclass on the 19th, which is in 2 weeks from today. When should we come back for Q&A? Good question. Well, according to the way I said it, the Q&A is supposed to start in 4 minutes, but I will probably edit that start time to give myself maybe 10 minutes. You know, just use the restroom and such and breathe. So yeah, 10 minutes from now or so. So we'll see you then. It's gonna be it's a different event. It's already up. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see it. It says Q&A, and it has today's date. And right now it says, you know, a certain time, but I'll push it back maybe 5 minutes or so. Okay, you guys are awesome. If you want, I will see you quite soon in the Q&A. Bye.